misconduct. Therefore, be it resolved that Senator Donald Garrett be impeached from his position as a student senator, with impeachment proceedings taking place within 24 hours of this resolution being passed, if it is passed, and therefore be it further resolved that the appropriate offices be notified within the university if he is found guilty by the EDC. Some of you may be wondering how these can be interpreted as threats. The fact is that he is clearly and willingly to actually carry out these threats. With this threat towards us for exercising our rights and our duties as senators, not to mention the fact that he is doing it without even being impeached yet. In case you have not noticed, this right here was sent to a few of the people whose names are on this bill and a few that are not, saying that he would be filing a lawsuit against us, and this was our notice. It does mention, and then the Student Senate of George Mason University, which means every single one of us in here.
I have not threatened anyone in this organization. I was legally required to send notice to the opposing party if I were to start litigation, as I have done with some other members today, because I would not have my claims to be adjudicated if I did not legally give the notice. So it is not a threat to follow the law and the rules of the court.
That is just me. That's my opinion. I feel intimidated that I could be recorded in a court of law. You know, this is a club. I came here to have fun, and I feel like we've forgotten that.
The main job of this student senate is to bring administrators closer to the students. But when administrators choose not to work with us because we're dealing with things like lawsuits that could have been dealt with in a simple meeting with our advisor that could have simply ended all of this commotion, and instead wants the attention that he can get when he forces 10 to 15 students to go in front of the Fairfax County Court and represent themselves versus him and somebody else, because he feels that he was treated wrong because of the Freedom of Information Act of Virginia. I understand where he's coming from, but these situations could have been dealt with internally and should have nothing to do with the Fairfax court system.
And then I was like, why am I getting sued for being in a club? This is ridiculous. What are we going through right now? Like, what Quarko told me like a long time ago was, I'm sorry, I'm getting nervous. When you find yourself like getting really angry, take a step back and think about it, and think to yourself, am I taking myself too seriously? I'm sorry, Donald Garrett, I don't have a problem with you, but I think you take yourself a little too seriously.
Instead of moving this organization forward, really worrying about the students and helping your other senators with their projects, it's moving this organization more backwards.
Where are we right now as an organization? People keep asking that. I don't know the answer, and I've been here for almost 2 years. I have no idea.
We're just holding our senators accountable. He, of all people, knows the rules backwards and forwards, and I commend him on that, but it really disheartens me that he's not using those rules to his advantage, going through SI, going through the EDC, things of that sort. It does not need to end up in the Fairfax court system. That's all I'm saying.
This is ridiculous. Rules are meant to be followed to keep order, not to keep us down, not to bog us down, not to make us hide under a rock, not to make us feel scared, not to make us feel as if we are nothing. So I'm asking you today that do not vote this because you have a vendetta against Donald. I am not voting on this because I have a vendetta against Donald. I am voting on this because the actions that have been expressed in this resolution are not appropriate of anyone in a leadership position, of anyone in this university.
Not a single person in this room wanted to see things from my perspective. And it's a sham, it's a shame that it had to come to this, given only 15 hours of notice, for me to have to come here and try to plead my case. In the end, I respectfully ask you all to vote no, because these allegations in the resolution are untrue.
No.
Aye.
Okay, thank you all for coming out today. This hearing is regarding Resolution 27, a resolution to impeach Senator Donald Garrett.
Ms. Masoni, this letter is to inform you that I resign from my seat in the Student Senate effective immediately. I refuse to be disrespected, defamed, and lynched anymore through these impeachment proceedings. Although the debate in the Senate yesterday was healthy, most of the comments made did not relate back to the allegations in Resolution 27. I do not trust the EDC to be a fair and neutral arbitrator and will not go forward having a hearing with an unjust body.
Has resigned his position. This hearing no longer holds merit. We don't have anything to continue on. So hearing is adjourned. We'll be expecting that email. If you could please CC the EDC's official email account, sgedc@gmu.edu, when you submit that formally. That'll be all.